So when that cold winter dry air arrives, it can throw a wrench into our typical hair care routine. All of a sudden, our normal shampoo and conditioner that we've shopped forever to find the perfect one just isn't enough anymore. Our hair starts to get drier than normal, and it can be frustrating not knowing why, especially when you thought you finally had this whole hair type, hair care thing figured out. So in this video, I'm gonna give you 5 super easy ways that you can combat cold weather induced dry hair. So the first tip I have is to use a humidifier in your room at night while you sleep, or in a room where you spend a lot of time. Now when it's cold outside, what do you normally do? You turn on the heat inside of your house, and hair relies on moisture from the surrounding environments to stay hydrated, to stay elastic. So when the air inside is dry, it sucks out all that moisture and it draws the moisture from your hair and your skin instead. So this moisture loss can definitely lead to brittle, frizzy, damaged hair, as well as a dry and itchy scalp. Now indoor heat dries out hair because heating systems like central heating, space heaters, radiators, this lowers the humidity levels in the air. Now contrast that between the cold, dry outdoor air that is lower humidity than spring, summertime, and your hair is just thirsting for moisture. It's dry outside, it's dry inside. It just makes it really hard for your hair to retain its natural oils and stay consistently hydrated. So the humidifier is a really easy way to add moisture and humidity back into your environment. And since your bedroom while you sleep is the longest period you'll stay in one room consistently, then that's when I would recommend using one. My alternative recommendation would be just put one in your office or your place of work that you spend a lot of your time during the day, and you can control it manually throughout the day. Tip number 2 is that if you do use heat tools, use them intelligently. Recklessly applying more heat to already dry hair can exacerbate the damage. I've put out tons of videos on how to use a blow dryer correctly to avoid heat damage, but in a really quick summary, step 1, always apply heat protectant to shield the outer layer, the cuticle, from damage. Step 2 is to keep the blow dryer 6 inches away, constantly moving it around. Obviously, if you're gonna be styling your hair a certain way, you're gonna need to get in a little closer. That's a different technique that requires different practice. But if you're just trying to dry your hair as fast as possible, then 6 inches, constantly moving it around, is the best non-damaging way to blow dry your hair. And step 3 is to get a blow dryer with heat protection technology built into it. My recommendation and today's video sponsor is Leifin. It's been my go-to hair dryer for 2 years for several reasons. First is the speed of drying time. It has a 110,000 RPM motor, a wind speed of 22 meters per second, which is 2 times faster than traditional blow dryers. I can completely dry my hair from soaked to dry in 8 to 9 minutes when it was longer, and with shorter, about 90 seconds. So another reason that I love the Leifin Swift is their heat protection technology. It has a sensor that measures heat output 100 times per second to make sure that the air isn't getting too hot. And finally, if you hold the on button for 3 seconds, it'll cycle through their cold, medium, hot air cycle to ensure that you're not blowing hot air on one part of your hair for too long. So this built-in heat protection technology is a great way to still use heat tools while combating dry hair. You might be asking, well, can't I just air dry my hair? You can air dry your hair too. I put out several videos on air dry versus blow dry, which is better for your hair, which isn't. Go check those out if you're curious to see the risks of air drying your hair every single day if you're someone who wets their hair every single day. But right now, Leifin is running a great deal. If you purchase a Leifin Swift Special, which is the one that comes with the 3 attachments, then you can get their Wave electric toothbrush for free. Now this toothbrush is next level. Most electronic toothbrushes simply vibrate to clean your teeth. The Wave toothbrush vibrates and it oscillates back and forth simultaneously, so you're getting an even deeper clean. This basically means that you just have to hold it and move it around your mouth rather than actually having to brush, because it does the brushing on its own. It's also a smart brush. It connects to an app to save your preferred brushing habits across 10 different adjustments. I love that this is an IPX7. That basically means you can dunk it in water up to 3 meters and it will be just fine, which I love because I've owned several electric toothbrushes in the past, and as I was rinsing them under the sink, all of a sudden they would get a little bit too wet or water would seep into the body too much and it would just die. It would stop working. And the best part is it's free if you purchase the Lathe & Swift, which is an amazing blow dryer. You have to purchase the bundle special with the 3 attachments. Use my link in the description to take advantage of this deal while supplies last. I know it's gonna go fast because this toothbrush for free is actually insane. Go ahead and take advantage of that right now. My next tip is incorporate a deep conditioning mask once a week. For me, this equates to every other shampoo and condition because I wash my hair every 3 to 4 days now that it's a little bit shorter than it used to be. But a weekly deep conditioning treatment provides more intensive hydration and repair than a regular conditioner would due to its more specialized formula, and it has a longer application time. You're holding it on your hair 10 to 15 minutes at a time, where a conditioner, you're putting it in and you're rinsing it out in 3 to 5 minutes. So this is really helpful if your hair is used to a certain conditioner and then the dry air essentially shifts what your hair type is in the winter time. But masks have a higher concentration of conditioning agents like humectants, emollients, and they provide a more concentrated dose of moisture than a daily conditioner would. These ingredients penetrate deeper into the shaft and hydrate and repair from the inside out. So hair masks are really good at retaining moisture for longer, and these deep conditioning treatments are formulated to provide hydration that lasts for days instead of just hours. I have 2 favorite hair masks that I've used multiple times. You can get whatever fits your budget, but these are the 2 that I recommend. The Moroccan Oil Intense Hydrating Hair Mask, and if you do have the funds to shell out for one that's a little bit more expensive, then definitely get the Kerastase Resistance Mask. Those are my 2 favorite hair masks. Check one of those 2 out and pick one up if you struggle with dry winter hair. My next tip is to switch to a silk or satin pillowcase. So cotton is more naturally absorbent and it can draw moisture from your hair and skin while you sleep. So this leads to drier hair over time. So silk or satin, which is similar and you can find it for a little bit lower of a cost, doesn't absorb moisture in the same way. This means that your hair can retain more of its natural oils, any conditioning products you've applied to it, to stay hydrated longer. And this is especially helpful in the winter when indoor heating already makes your hair more vulnerable to dryness. And it's double helpful if you sleep with a humidifier. So we're stacking tips now. Your hair will absorb all of that moisture in the air while you sleep, and that won't get sucked up by your cotton pillowcase. Silk and satin have a much smoother surface, allowing your hair to glide over that fabric with minimal friction while you're tossing and turning at night. And this reduces frizz and keeps your hair cuticles sealed and smooth. So this simple change could definitely help support healthier, smoother hair that's more resistant to the winter dry air effects. And plus, it's beneficial for all hair types, but especially those if you have curly or dry scalp prone hair. So definitely pick up a silk or satin pillowcase. They're actually not as expensive as you might think. I've found several for very, very affordable prices on Amazon. I'll link to it in the description. The last tip I have for you is definitely utilize a leave-in conditioner as needed to have ongoing moisture throughout the day. Most leave-ins have these hydrating ingredients like glycerin, panthenol, or aloe, which attract and retain moisture in your hair shaft. And this really helps combat the dryness that often comes with cold weather or central heating. And some other benefits of leave-ins are that it's easier to brush and style your hair. So leave-in conditioners are great for making hair easy to manage, adding slip, and being able to detangle your hair. So this added slip also reduces friction. It really helps to comb through wet or dry hair, minimizing the amount of breakage you would get from tangles or just combing force. Now, time saving in the morning is another big benefit of a leave-in. If you wake up with a frizzy mess, you can add a leave-in conditioner to your hair, and it's often softer, it's more cooperative. You can reduce the styling time in the morning and make your morning routine much faster, much smoother. When it comes to what type of leave-in you should get, here's what I recommend is to shop for your hair type. Leave-in conditioners come in a variety of formulas, from lightweight sprays to creams, so there's an option for every single hair type out there. If you have fine hair like I have, I look for spray formulas that are lightweight, they don't weigh down my hair. If you have thicker hair, coarser hair, curlier hair, definitely opt for a cream-based leave-in, which helps lock in that moisture even better. So those are my 5 super easy tips to keep your hair hydrated in the dry winter air. Drop a comment. Let me know if I missed anything. It's good to be back. I'm gonna try and make much more consistent YouTube videos. If you stayed to the end of this video, I have a super exciting announcement for you guys. My wife is 8 months pregnant now, going on 9 months. We're about to give birth to a second baby girl. So this has kind of explained a lot in my absence from YouTube. I know I've been gone for a while, at least over a month since I posted my last video, and I'm super excited to get back on the YouTube grind for you guys. So thank you for watching and coming back. That's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.